Welcome, everybody, to the Get Wrecked LCS Week 6 Flat Capped Sentinel Division. I am one of your co-casters, What's Too Britty. Today we'll be watching the Dudbro Gaming versus Pigs Might Fly. And joining me today is my lovely co-caster, the second part and the better half of Brydor. Regdor, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. I'm glad that we got our name on cast finally.
We finally got the tag team dream duo, and we've already got a really interesting start. So while both of our teams are invading on the opposite sides of that, would you like to introduce our blue side team today?
Absolutely. On the blue side, we have Dudbro Gaming with Kovu in the top lane on the Dr. Mundo, Xin Zhao piloted by Duddy Brains, Lulz in the mid lane on the Syndra, Rajin in the bot lane on Varus, and finally Thresh being played by Aratone.
On the red side, we have Pigs Might Fly with Mr. Bumrush up there in the top lane on Tom Kench, Rembones in the jungle on Zac, Smooths in the mid lane on the LeBlanc, and rounding out our bot lane, Nidalee and Fluffy Fenrir on Ezreal and Morgana respectively. And we've got Mr. Bumrush already walking up towards this top side. He's gonna get spotted out. The Thresh hook lands. Tom Kench in a big bit of trouble. Xin Zhao gets the E flashing over the walls, Mr. Bumrush. Just losing that summoner, getting the ward down on the red buff, making sure that they see if it gets stolen. Not a great start for Tom Kench.
No, not at all. This is the battle of the beefy boys in the top lane with the Dr. Mundo and a Tom Kench. Both, the old style of let's just trade grass procs for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then we'll see what the map looks like all around us. Definitely interesting.
Yeah, it should be, at the very least, an exciting matchup. We've got a very classic matchup in the mid lane of Syndra versus LeBlanc. If you've been watching the international scene at all, this is a matchup you've seen quite a few times. Tends to be a little bit more Syndra favored just because of that Scatter the Weak being a pretty good ability into LeBlanc's Distortion. But LeBlanc is pretty good going into the mid and late game, so we'll have to see how that one ends up.
Absolutely, and I have to say, like right now, looking at it for Dud Bros, I'm interested to see how the draft turned out because you have a Tom Kench and a Zac against you, and no real tank killers on the side of Dudbro Gaming. Varus can opt into that, even with Hail of Blades. He can kind of choose a different way to go and just kind of have that more on-hit style. It'll definitely be interesting to see as Tom Kench and Rimbones actually scale into the game what the itemization choice is from Dudbro's bot lane to kind of answer these two.
Got a bit of heavy trading up there on the top side. Kovu got the early level 2, and Duddy Brains is up there. They may be looking for a bit of a dive. Right now we've just got some heavy trading over the map. Smooth's landing that distortion into chains, just getting that extra damage. A heavy push from the bottom side of Pigs Might Fly. Since their jungler's on the bottom side, they're feeling very safe to do so.
Yeah, definitely very interesting. We already see Rimbones going for the counter jungle and saying, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this early. They should have plenty of priority for him to go ahead and get that bottom crab. So we're already seeing a split match situation come through with Duddy Brains in the top side, taking, it looks like, the Gromp and blue buff.
Yeah, just a very classic vertical jungling style since there was information on the invade. Zac's just going to take all those bottom side camps from both sides of the jungle, grab that bottom side scuttle, and see if he can't influence the bottom side of the map at all. But right now, with both of the lanes where the jungler is pushing, where the jungler is pushing in, makes it a little bit more difficult for those junglers to have the influence in ganks. So we might see more action around the mid lane than anywhere else.
Absolutely, yeah. It just takes one wrong move from the LeBlanc to not have a way out, and especially with somebody like Xin Zhao, and conversely on the bottom side with this Zac. They just have so much engage to be able to influence the map state. It'll be great to see him get something going early. No power farming, and just staying in the fog of war, which we already see Duddy Brains coming up.
Yeah, Duddy Brains looking for the engage onto Mr. Bumrush. He gets the Abyssal Voyage out. No CC to interrupt, so he's just going to dash his way out of there, swim through that river.
Yeah, and well played. That's one of the downsides, too, into this matchup is that there's nothing really in the form of Dr. Mundo that stops Mr. Bumrush from just walking away.
Yeah, you're really relying on that 3 Talon Strike from Xin Zhao getting that knock up, but by the time he gets in, it might be a little too late.
Yeah, we do see that he has got himself a little bit of a CS advantage on the side of Dr. Mundo, which is nice this early in. He can just throw these cleavers and just kind of keep chunking away.
Funnily enough, Dr. Mundo and Tom Kench have a very similar trading pattern, getting those grass bottles in, but we might have to take a pause on that. Bones is getting the elastic slingshot onto Artone, but it's right now a 3v2 in the mid lane as the support has roamed up for the side of Pigs Might Fly, with the Zac passive proc. Smooth's dashing in to grab the first blood before his jungler dies. Duddy Brains picks up the kill onto Bones. Looks for the wind becomes lightning over the wall. Chains land onto Duddy Brains, but he takes the tower shot, and Laws picks up that kill. A 2-for-1 in favor of Dud Bros, but it was the first blood in favor of Smooths.
You know, Smooths was trying to get in and out like a smooth criminal, but unluckily just in the wrong part of town at the end of that play. Still, presence of mind to step up there and say, I'm going to get the extra gold before the enemy team can is well played on that side.
Yeah, it's one of those plays where you can either make it a 1-for-0, enemy team gets first blood, or you can make it either a 1-for-1 if you can get out, or a 1-for-2 in the worst case scenario. But at the very least, pick up that first blood.
Yeah, we're already kind of seeing how each team is wanting to play the map to a degree, with Airtone starting to make these roams early and try to influence the map, while the side of Pigs Might Fly are just opting to stay in the 2v2 bot side.
Duddy Brains up here again. Good elastic slingshot from Rembones is going to knock up Duddy Brains, but the ulti lands onto Rembones. I think that was intended for Duddy Brains. Doesn't matter, still gets picked up by that Tom Kench lick. And the safety of Tom Kench and the great counter game from Rembones already coming out strong for Pigs Might Fly.
Absolutely. Zac is somebody who can just do so much so early.
Take a pause. Kovu popping the ulti on Dr. Mundo. Still has passive on, pretty safe. Mr. Bomb Rush looking a little low. Probably Rembone's just looking to get a push for him. In the meantime, we've got a fight going on in the mid lane. Airtone getting a good lantern in for Laws. Smooth does have that level 6. Unleashed power coming through, taking a big chunk of damage. Distortion over the wall. Airtone still chasing it down. In the meantime, Duddy Brains is here. Blast Might over the wall. A hook goes a little bit wide. A great prediction attempt. The stun lands, and the wind becomes lightning lands for that assist. Laws picks up his second kill of the game.
Wow, and the presence of mind there for Lulz to actually walk through the river knowing that this was probably our only avenue of escape. Just a great job all around. And like I said, we're seeing Airtone get out on the map and influencing other lanes. Varus is such a safe lane choice. He can just CS from so far away with his E and Q combo. And it just makes it super one-sided for the rest of the map to have this roaming jungle support duo kind of running around.
Yeah, especially when Morgana is picked as very much a pure lane counter to Thresh, that Black Shield being pretty easy to land with the wind-up of Thresh's hook. With the added safety of Raijin taking the cleanse as opposed to something like heal, Smooth's looking for his way in here. Rembones forcing the flash away from Laws. Classic slingshot lands. He gets the pull back, but nothing else, just grabbing that extra flash.
Yeah, this is a good look, but definitely unfortunate for the side of Pig Might Fly. Just trying to get something done and get this LeBlanc sped up into the game. But so far, not found a lot of success with the lane safety of Syndra and the early damage she's able to just put down.
Yeah, and I think what we saw right there is just a little microcosm of what the Tom Kench versus Mundo is like. Mundo throws his cleaver, Tom Kench throws his Q. They both get a bit of health back for landing it, and they both walk away. Oh, hook lands onto Fluffy Fenrir. Black Shield finally popped, but it's too late because the chains of corruption still land. Airtone waiting for that Black Shield to wear off, gets the flay back. Raijin picks up that kill, and now Nidalee is in a little bit of trouble. Lantern comes down fast, forced away from Nidalee. Didn't have the Arcane Shift ready for himself, so that's a good summoner trade in advantage of Dudbro Gaming again.
And that was just unfortunate timing. Black Shield goes down a little too late, and just the beauty of Thresh Varus comes into play with so much ability to knock you up, as well as, you know, Raijin just playing super well, getting his W passive off, and then popping it to get that massive burst damage. It's just a beautiful thing with Varus.
Yeah, good timing on the Chains of Corruption before Fluffy Fenrir could get that shield onto himself. It does mean he does fall, but in the end it is a slight CS lead in favor of Raijin, and the kill gold going over to him as well means it looks like he's going to be opting for, like you were saying earlier, that on-hit style of build, picking up the Noon Quiver and the not Negatron Cloak, the Crit Cloak. I don't know the actual name of it. I probably should, but I don't need to do the color casting.
You know, Cloak of Agility, I think is what they call it.
That's the one.
Yeah. Now, this does leave some interpretation open because he hasn't opted technically towards one side or the other. We did see a lot of prevalence in the Shield Bow and Wits End build, just as, like, I call it a bait, to where you're like, oh, look, there's an ADC. I'm LeBlanc. I'll just kill it. And those two items put together give such great defensive capabilities, but kneecap your damage a lot. So if he does opt to go the shield bow build, it'll be really interesting again. Like, what's the answer into this Tahm Kench? What's the answer into Zac? Syndra not really known for being a Liandry's user, and nobody else on the team really built to take down or kill tanks. So the damage profile is what I'm most interested in moving forward from the side of Dudbro Gaming.
Yeah, if they have enough peel in the Mundo and the Thresh, I would love to see a Kraken Slayer come out just so we can get that extra tank shred. We're gonna have to put that on pause. Elastic Slingshot from Rembones. Again, looking for the land. Let's bounce. Pop. Ball's looking super low, but Smooth gets picked up by Duddy Brains first. Good counter gank from him. And shut down gold given over to Smooth on top of Law. This means the gold trade is a bit more even, and the junglers just clear those waves in the meantime.
Yeah, we're just seeing just a masterclass of jungling right now, with them both always kind of being around for the play on one another, which makes for really interesting gameplay. Obviously, at this time, Duddy Brains is kind of winning out, being 2-1 and kind of getting ahead. But Zac's one of those champions that I like to say he's kind of like a trash panda. He's like a raccoon. He can just go back to base and buy this random item, and it's eventually going to do something for him as a tank. Whereas Xin Zhao definitely needs that damage early.
Speaking of, the passive popped away from Dr. Mundo, forces the ultimate. Ramos is making a lot of use out of these Zac gank paths, just getting over these walls with the elastic slingshot, making a lot of good work for himself. In the meantime, we do see Smooth rotating down here for the bot lane, maybe just looking for the lane gank. Fluffy Fenrir very low, posing as a bit of a bait. Smooth distortions in, doesn't land the chains, and the lantern's there to drag Raijin over to safety.
Yeah, interesting look from Lulz. Maybe just... Oh, gosh. Wrong side of town for Fluffy Fenrir.
That's a painful one to watch.
You know, whenever you get hit by the max rage Q from Varus, it just feels bad.
That is a flash loss, which is a bit of a disadvantage for Raijin, given the potential dive of Zac, Morgana, and LeBlanc. But with the cleanse, with the Thresh, he should be a bit safer than usual. We do see him opt into the Kraken Slayer, so it looks like he will be going for more of the tank on-hit shredding style of build. It'll be interesting to see if they can keep him safe enough to make it work.
Oh, absolutely. I love to see it. And with somebody like Dr. Mundo, who just gets so big.
Out of the weak, lands onto Smooth, passive pops, Airtone is there again, just looking for that extra bit of safety. Duddy Brains looks for the engage on Renbones, but he's got the elastic slingshot, gets himself over the wall, no big deal. Keeping that one Darksteel sack safe.
You know, I'll tell you, Lulz absolutely has the playbook for Smooths in this encounter. Every time he tries distortion in, Scatter the Weak's ready and prepared. That plus the unleashed power, just such high burst damage before Smooths can even react to try to get back to safety.
With our second dragon of the game picked up, we'll be looking at an Infernal Rift. Slowly, while in the background, Dudbro have been picking up the early dragons, getting a Cloud Dragon and a Mountain Dragon to themselves. Should be pretty good, I think, on all of the champions here. Everybody likes that little bit of ultimate cooldown reduction and that extra bit of tank stats. Nobody's unhappy with those stats.
Oh, absolutely. And this is sort of the advantage you get for having this roaming support in the form of Thresh, just being able to move around the map and really control the whole bottom half of the map, while we continue to see the Grasp proccers in top lane just trading Qs back and forth. It's the beauty of the roaming supports that we've kind of become accustomed to.
Good Black Shield from Fluffy Fenrir, gonna deny that dive. Airtone still looking for these hooks. I think it's exactly what he needs to be doing. Duddy Brains up top, maybe looking to punish Mr. Bumrush for going a bit too aggressive. As our 14 minutes cross, the turret plates fall, and we see Dudbro Gaming with a fairly heavy CS lead. How did that hook land onto Nidalee? The Crazy Corruption land as well, getting the crowd control before the Black Shield could come in, and he is just blown up. What an insane hook from Airtone!
Airtone has just been hitting these great engages all day, and that is the beauty of this lane once you hit level 6.
Bumrush forced to flash away. Good engage from Duddy Brains, looking for every bit of damage possible. Kovu looking very low in this lane, though, and with Smooth rotating up as well. That's distortion number 1, looking for that second distortion, but no chance to come in. That's teleport instantly from Laws, looking to come into the top side. Flash forward, the Scatter of the Weak misses. No damage on top of Mr. Bumrush just yet. The one becomes Lightning Lance, but they're not looking to dive the Kench. And in the meantime, the bottom side tower does go down in favor of Dubro Gaming. That is a big gold lead for Raijin on the spot side of the map.
Yeah, you should change Mr.
Oh, there's
Bumrush's
the
name
scap
to
of the
Dr.
week.
Bumrush.
Oh, he's striving for a bit longer with that Tahm Kench passive, but no, he gets taken down. Xin Zhao not letting him live, popping that Crescent Guard.
And I was about to say Mr. Bumrush should be named Dr. Bumrush because he was going wherever he pleased in that encounter. But sadly, he does fall to the combo of the Xin Zhao and Syndra. Yeah, it's definitely interesting at this point that we're continuing to see some pressure towards the top side of the map from Pigs Might Fly. But the bot lane of Dudbro Gaming is just continuing to kind of scoot ahead, as we already see Varus is going for the Ginsu's Rage Blade second. Already picked up the Rage Knife, which will convert, his crit into that on-hit damage.
Oh,
no.
Chains of Corruption lands onto Rambones, but he gets the Blast Point over the wall, but he loses the red buff. Now Kovu is here, looking for any sort of aggressive play. A good Black Shield and the Elastic Slingshot means he is going to be able to walk out of there with his life, but no red buff, to say the least.
I love those beautiful interactions with the Change of Corruption plus the Blast Seed. Very interesting timing altogether.
Yeah, just getting himself over the wall. We do see Laws actually opting into the Liandry's as opposed to the Ludens like we were talking about earlier. Maybe looking to also help burn the health bars down of these beefier characters like Zac and Tahm Kench. With Varus opting for the Kraken Slayer, I'm not sure it's necessary, but I don't think the extra added burn damage is going to be too bad, even onto the squishies like Nidalee, who is grabbing a bit of that extra health with the Divine Sunder.
No, absolutely. I think it's acceptable. I do think it takes away a lot of that burst damage, even with, any of those defensive items coming out. Syndra's ability on one item with just the Ludens and the Sorcerer's Shoes is actually kind of wild. We also see she's working on the Seraph's Embrace, which just continues to add more of that bonus AP that we love so much. So I'll be interested to see how much her full combo actually does.
Smooth doubles distortions and burns the cleanse early. Smooth's waiting for his opportunity to go back, but he's just tanking the tower shots at this point. Raijin picks up his 4th kill of the game, and now they're looking to pick up Fluffy Fenrir. He doesn't have the Black Shield just yet. Flash Flay from Air Tone means it's going to be a double kill for Raijin. Varus is looking like a monster today.
Oh, absolutely. That was just beautifully played from Raijin, popping the cleanse and then just kind of kiting it out with his team there as backup. Just amazing to see. And now just for worse for wear, we're just going to pop the Herald down in the mid lane, and there's not a whole lot they can do to defend this 4v2.
Yeah, just about an 8k gold lead now, rounding out to the 18 minutes. Scatterleak lands onto Mr. Bumrush. The hook lands as well. The crowd control is there. He pops the Tahm Kench E, but it's not going to be enough. He's just not tanky enough at this point in the game. And now the Rich Herald's going to get its second charge. Another hook lands onto Rambones, but a good Black Shield gets instantly popped. Not even able to block the stun from Syndra. And we're just seeing the power of the gold lead that Dudbro Gaming has right now. They are so far ahead in this game.
Oh, absolutely. And they have so much potential to siege with the Syndra, with the Thresh, and Varus, all who are just so far ahead right now. There's not a single thing that kind of stops them. We'll see them rotate down and say, hey, this is the next drag, this is ours. One more point closer to the soul. And at this point in the map, you have to think that they're going to start looking towards the top side. Still a minute and a half until the Baron spawns, but they definitely have the money in their pockets to go ahead and force that really as soon as it comes up.
Yeah, they've got as much time as they want to set up vision control, even try and bait the play, maybe drag Smooths in a little bit too far. Mr. Bumrush looking to grab a ward, grab some vision, maybe he just gets punished for that. But yeah, Dudbro Gaming are definitely in the driver's seat. It's their game to win, but also their game to lose. Though so far, doesn't look like they're in a losing position. I have to say, big credit to Airtone and Duddy Brains in this game so far. This jungle support duo has been massive for this early game, grabbing so many early kills and so much of an early lead for the side of Dudbro Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. It goes back to my old hypothesis is that ADCs are just babies at the beginning of the game. You just leave them down in bot lane to do their piece, and then you can turn around and go get some work done on the map. With so many of these engaged supports being so popular and having capabilities to really roam levels 1 or 2 even, and just start affecting the map and gaining that control early.
Yeah, it is really insane to see, with especially how many nerfs have been targeted at Thresh over the past few patches. I think in the past season, it's been nothing but nerfs for him, with maybe the occasional buff here or there. But otherwise, this champion just based on his kit alone, just the amount of utility he brings with the lantern, with the hook and the flay, and even the box on top of it, it's just really hard to ignore how strong he is.
Yeah, Arizona did blast Nutty Brains away and said, "I'll throw out my lantern to kind of help you out."
Well, it's a bit of a yellow star. Misses the flame, misses the hook. Mr. Bum Rush walking out of there. But in the meantime, Smooth's actually picking up Laws in the solo 1v1. Rembones was there, but not picking up an assist on that particular play. But with two people showing on the bot side, it means that Dubro Gaming is most likely going to start up this Baron. And I don't think Pigs Might Fly is going to be anywhere near a spot to contest.
No, and that is one of the downsides of Smooths on that Ignite Vice TP. There's not a whole lot of ways when you're taking that side lane control to be able to rotate to these plays like that. So as soon as two show bottom, there's no way they're going to be able to get there in time. And especially with this Varus sitting on 2 items, 5-0 at the moment, they can shred through that Baron, no problems at all.
Yeah, Kraken Slayer are notoriously good at taking these neutral objectives. The Dragon and the Baron kind of falling down pretty hard to the true damage that it brings, and we're seeing the state of Pigs Might Fly right now, and Idalia and Fluffy Fenrir are just sort of forced to sit and wave clear mid lane and try and keep this wave as close to them as possible. I think they are making a bit of a mistake by pushing this out. They very easily could just have this wave sit a lot closer to their turret, freeze it up a bit, maybe try and just collect as much of that CS as possible, but right now I'm not sure their spot on the map is going to matter too much. We do see Smooths and Rembones looking to make a play here onto Duddy Brains. He's got the Crescent Guard popped, and he's not taking too much damage at all. Airtone looking for the engage. The Lantern's down. The teleport's coming down from both sides. Fluffy Fenrir gets deleted by Laws. Great scat of the weak burst. But in the meantime, Duddy Brains also falls. Rembone's now in the backside. Laws pops the Unleashed Power onto Nidalee and gets him super low. Rembones looking incredibly low here. He does get popped in the end. And in the meantime, Mr. Bum Rush is looking to make the play, but there's no play to be made for his team is too low and too much down in gold. And it's just going to be a big win for the side of Dubro Gaming here.
Absolutely. Duddy Brains making a little bit of a misstep, but using that Crescent Guard so effectively to allow his team to rotate there. And we just see, it doesn't matter, I guess, if you have a Luden's Tempest or the Leandries, Lulz can still just pop the squishy members of this team.
He's got that Seraph's Embrace fully stacked up, and the Scat of the Week is huge damage onto Nidalee. Instant Arcane Shift away into the Tahm Kench ulti. Kovu is ignited, he's looking very low, but Fluffy Fenrir just takes one Syndra Q, and he's immediately forced out of this fight. A great hook from Airtone is going to pull Mr. Bum Rush back in. He's still got that Tahm Kench E, he's still stacking up that gray health. There goes the shield pop on another hook from Airtone. Means that there's just no way for him to escape. Kovu picks up that kill. Rambos is looking for some kind of play on Raijin here on the bottom side, but right now just both of these inhibs are being forced down from Dubro Gaming. There's just not a lot of plays to be made. Rembone's looking for the engage onto Laws, gets the Let's Bounce. Laws in a bit of a dangerous position, does get picked up. Airtone lands a hook onto the clone, but nothing doing there. Raijin just deletes Fenrir off of the map, and now Duddy Brains is here to look for the engage once again. A double kill for Raijin. Airtone flashing forward, gets the hook onto Nidalee, picks up that kill. 3 kills for the pocket of Raijin, and that looks like that's just going to be the game for Dubro Gaming.
Oh my. Wonderfully played from Dudbro Gaming. They just played the map so well with that early aggression from Duddy Brains and Airtone. Airtone should be calling YouTube right now for those highlights of Thresh hooks throughout it. Well played all around.
Yeah, I gotta say, as a support player and as a Thresh lover, that was a showcase on how that champion should be played. Incredibly well done. Good early roams, good hooks, good flays. Played it super well all the game around. Have to give him my personal MVP for this particular game.
Absolutely. And hopefully we'll see after we get back more action-packed games here on the Rift for Week 6 of the Sentinels Platcap Division.
We'll be right back. Y'all take care.
No!
Welcome back to our Plat Capped series, week 6 of the Get Wrecked LCS Sentinel division. We got a very interesting game of the Glacial Mingos on the red side versus Orgadum on the blue side. Would you like to introduce our boys on Orgadum?
Yeah. In the top lane, we have Jimbo Slice on the Tom Kinch, Apache Helicopter in the jungle on the Diana, Dope Nuker on Talon in the mid lane, and finally the Xayah and Amumu in the bot lane, piloted by Dario Lipa and Godim 1106.
And on the red side, you know him, you love him. We've got the Glacial Mingos, TJ Lanier in the top side on Sion, Tien in the jungle on the Lilia, Rally in the mid lane on the Sylas, and rounding out the bot lane is Chandler Clark on Vi and Game Kachki on Senna. We were commenting on the strangeness of this draft earlier before the broadcast started. TJ Lanier has Teleport Smite as Sion.
You know, when I initially saw that, I thought he was going to go for the level 1. Never. Oh my god.
Oh dear, speaking of level 1, Exhaust already burned onto Dario Lipa, burning his own heal. Game Kachi flashes forward, looking for the follow-up. Great flash stun from Godteam is going to get Chandler Clark under the tower. Chandler Clark is going to die, but first blood goes over to Game Kachi in the meantime. Bradley looks for the E forward. Game Kachi just grabbing that extra grasp proc in the meantime. But at the same time, Jimbo Slice has killed TJ Lanier on the top side. Looks like Urgani was doing their own little invade of the top side of the jungle, and now Tien is stuck in a 2 versus 1 scenario fighting for his red buff. Looks like he may just have to back off and give it up. We got Chandler Clark rotating up here to try and help out his jungler. Jimbo Slice gets the acquired taste stacks. ViQ lands, gets the Vault Breaker. TJ Lanier has teleported in to support his teammates. Jimbo Slice, now the one in trouble, doesn't have his own flash, and the Chandler Clark is just gonna pick up that kill. The red buff goes over to Tien, and oh boy, we've got a Mingo's game.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is definitely in Mingo's fashion. We love to see it. So, what I was going to say before all of that happened is you have TJ Lanier with the Smite on the Sion. I really thought he was going to go for a level 1 top quadrant steal. Usually do it with the Ruby, the Ruby Crystal, be able to take down the camps. You end up dying, but you deny him that whole quadrant of their jungle. Didn't opt for it, but instead can be really a nuisance with that still, given it will never upgrade, but hey, 450 extra smite, that's beautiful. And at the same time, we have another innovation in the bot lane. We've seen some lane Vi, generally in the mid lane, but now in the bot with not only Starving Senna, who's going to get queued on.
Lands that bandage toss, and immediately Game Kachki is blown up. Since all those summoners were burned in the earlier trade, it is just the base damage of those characters, and man, he gets deleted.
Gosh. Yeah, that is the damage that I love to see from Xayah at the level 2. Plus, the bandage toss, just giving a perfect setup to get the pullback from the feathers, keeping them CC'd for so long. Really hard lane for them to navigate with, 1, having a Vi, who is not ranged, as we all know, and 2, Senna just being on this grass build. I don't know if she's going to opt into the Frostfire Gauntlet, this old style that we saw a few patches ago, or if she's just getting the grass to have a little bit more tankiness in these team fights, but opting for something with double longswords already. Not sure which direction she'll go, but I would like to see just the average Kraken Slayer into Rageblade sort of build into this team comp.
Have to see. Tien lands the bowling ball into Dope Nuker, immediately gets the emote flash. Tien just looking to grab that topside scuttle, make it an even 1-for-1 scuttle trade. I was a little surprised that Apache Helicopter didn't immediately rotate for that topside, maybe just not looking for it. Right now we've just got a little lull in the action. We can take a breath and sort of reevaluate the team comps that we've got here before we get more Mingo's action.
Yeah, this is absolutely what you call the caster curse. You're asking for something to happen right now.
I'm begging for it. We do see Apache Helicopter looking for a gank on the mid lane while Tien covers his top lane. Right now it's just going to be recalls taken away. We've got a little bit of a fight on the bot side, it looks like. Maybe just a bit of extra trading going on there. Dario Lipa picks up Great Kachki under the tower, the Ignite, burning him down thanks to Godteam's Ignite. Yeah, this bot lane is looking not in favor of the Mingos right now. This is getting dangerously behind.
Now, Xayah's received a number of buffs. One of them that I didn't think was going to matter as much, but in my own playing, Chandler's just bad.
Oh, Chandler Clark looking to get some kind of trade back here, but Dario Lipa picks up another kill for himself. Good tower tanking from Apache Helicopter. They are just going to be able to push down these tower blades, and this is a lot of CS and experience to be missing. This is bad news for the Mingos bot lane.
Absolutely. This is where they're saying in voice comms, you know, don't worry, guys, we scale, we scale. The biggest change they made to Xayah that took more of an effect than I thought it would was now her Q scaling with attack speed. Her ability to get down those 2 feathers, then auto for the third for the pullback, is actually so quick. And as you're maxing that E, that pullback, the damage just becomes exponential in these team fights. Very good choice, especially with things like the Sion, the Sylas, and the Vi that all want to come in on you. It just gives you the perfect opportunity to kite back and kind of turn these fights around.
We've got a gank going up here on the top side. Tien looking for the engage. TJ Lanier stalling up as much time as possible. Jimbo Slice gets that Abyssal Voyage out, but the slow from the bowling ball means that they're going to be able to catch back up. That Lilia move speed, she's so quick. TJ Lanier gets the knockout. Jimbo Slice looking for some kind of trade back, but Tien ends up picking up that kill. Jimbo Slice taken down.
Gosh. Yeah, and you know, something else that I'm just noticing as well is that TJ Lanier opted for the phase rush on Sion. So we just have this interesting comp from the side of Glacial Mingos. But on the opposite side with Urgatum, something a little bit more traditional. Now having 2 assassins, which are very sort of meta right now in the form of
TJ Lanier pops the unstoppable onslaught, looking to get onto Apache Helicopter, just saying, hey, you can't gank me, you're 2 levels down, get out of here.
Yeah, and that's exactly the spot you don't really want to be as a Diana. But Diana and Talon both going into the Conqueror route. I'm assuming they're both, well, I can see a Hextech Alternator.
On the bottom side, got him looking for his engage on the Chandler Clark. Just no chance for us casters to talk about anything. Just fight, fight, fight. Dope Nuker looking for some kind of follow-up here. Seeing the lower health bars. Got him looking for this way in. Chandler Clark getting that vault charged up, but he's just going to be stunned before it can go off. And Dario Lipa now on a rampage. 4-1 on the Xayah.
My gosh, you know, we're continuing to see what starts out as an okay trade just go drastically downhill. And that's exactly what you want out of Talon, just to be able to shove his wave and get these roams off. Really well played from the side of Urgatum. I'll be very interested to see when and if Rally is able to do anything with this Sylas so far.
Yeah, so far hasn't had any impact on the map, sitting on that 0-0-0 score line. Getting a very favorable trade to Dope Nuker. Popping the Talon ulti, gets the extra blades coming in, gets the auto attacks, picks up the solo kill just as we're talking about no impact. Rally heard us and said, you know what, you want impact? Here's your impact.
Absolutely, and that's one of the shining stars right now is the Sylas and the Lilia for the side of Glacial
Take
Mingo.
another pause. Jimbo Slice gets the eat onto TJ Lanier. Apache Helicopter lands that moonfall. He's going to look for still level 5. Good double sleep from TN. TJ Lanier gets the Scion passive. Apache Helicopter flashes away, but he's still picked up. TJ Lanier looking for extra bit of damage with that Scion passive, but now that TN has no mana, there's no extra follow-up. Just a 1-for-1 trade up there on the top side.
Gosh, the action in this game. I said I wanted another action-packed game, and boy, are these teams delivering on it. TN is quite the interesting piece here right now. Lilia has been coming back sort of into the meta. We've seen her in the solo lanes. I'm really excited to see how Predator is going to continue to work in their favor as the game progresses. The ability to just get in rather quickly, and then the movement speed on top of that from her Q. It's very hard to get away, as we've seen in a few of these top lane scuffles thus far.
Yeah, ever since they made that change, there's the smite from TJ Lanier, secure that cannon. But yeah, ever since the changes to Lilia, where they gave her passive that extra bit of healing, made it last a bit longer, but give a little bit less movement speed. She's been a bit more consistent, I would say, is the way I would describe her. A little bit more of a drain tank. But right now we've got a fight going on the bot side. Dario Lipa ends up picking up Gabe Kochki. Both summoners, all 4 summoners burned from the Glacial Mingos bot lane, but they still end up losing that fight. Yeah, they are just in a really rough spot right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we can call it a fight anymore. It's more like just picking up some gold in lane at the moment. Gabe Kochki just sitting on 2 longswords and a set of daggers and a pickaxe. Very unfortunate, just these random pieces. I wonder where his souls are at this point in the game. I don't think it'll probably be too high, but at 29.
29 at 9 minutes in the game for a support Senna who's not picking up farm and just trying to grab those extra passive stacks. not great. Senna ulti pops onto the bottom side. Tien picks up his third kill of the game, going on a killing spree. The sleep goes down onto Dario Lipa. They look to give the kill, not over to Gabe Kochki. Tien picks up his fourth kill and a big shutdown gold onto Dario Lipa. That's a lot of gold going into the pockets of this Lilia.
Oh, absolutely. And I think right now, for the side of Glacial Mingos, that's the answer. Just continue to feed this Tien, getting him ahead, and he could be more of an influence around the map to kind of even out what is now just dwindled down to about a 1k gold lead. Between him and Rally, I think these are really the focal points to get them through this early game and kind of get the rest of their comp online. TJ Laner, such an interesting individual. Proxying waves, taking smite. He's an innovator for the top lane here in Black Capped.
Yeah, I'm sure he would be taking the topside camps of Urgodom right now if there were any to take, but sadly, just picking up that wave, getting himself to recall. Opting to stay, just grab that extra wave, do a little bit of a greedy play, but I mean, he's got the cold, he's got to stack it up eventually, right?
And the Cole, he is going for just the scaling options all around. You love to see it. Now the other piece to this is going to be, it does look like Gabe Kochki is opting for more of a traditional build with the Noon Quiver and Pickaxe here in hand, able to get a little bit more damage down now. The biggest piece is going to be trying to stay away from Amumu, who is building towards that full tank. I believe right now, if this is on 11.18, we still haven't seen the differences in mana cost for Amumu's bandage wraps early, so he still just has that ability to throw them out whenever he truly pleases.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to have to take a pause on that as TJ Lanier has popped the Unstoppable Onslaught, looking for a gank in the bot lane. Vault Breaker lands onto Gothim, gets the bandage toss onto TJ Lanier for an escape route. Gets the Curse of the Sad Mummy onto TJ Lanier, and he just gets picked up. A good teleport from Jimbo Slice means that there's now a trouble for the Glacial Mingos bot lane. Another great bandage toss onto Chandler Clark, but in the meantime, TJ Lanier is running a trade on Dario Lipa. He's not able to get a trade back. Jimbo Slice picks up Gabe Kochki, but in the meantime, Rally has also teleported down to pick up a kill onto Godheim, and now they're looking for the revenge for their 80, for their support. Chandler Clark charges up the Vault Breaker. Good sidestep from Jimbo Slice, but he's got the Unstoppable onto Dario Lipa, picks up the kill onto him. Now they're looking for the tower dive, but into a Tom Catch that might not be the best idea. In the meantime, on the middle lane, Tien picks up a kill onto Apache Helicopter. Good flash forward from Jimbo Slice. He's got the shield on himself. He's looking for the final Q, but he doesn't able to land it. The minions are doing so much work in favor of Rally. He picks up the W, the Kingslayer, to take down Jimbo Slice, and now flashes away from Dope Nuker, but he's still dead. Insane trades all across the way.
Summoners, we don't need them. 2v1s, tower dives, we'll do it all here in Urgodom versus Glacial Mingos. This is quite the time. Dope Nuker just comes in at the end, able to get the first tower of the game. And, it's really hard to tell who ends out better on this. The gold lead has dwindled down to right around 900 or so. We're starting to see them come online. Rally and Tien both on their mythic items, as well as for Dope Nuker and Dario Lipa, respectively. So as these comps start to come online, we're starting to see how much impact the Sylas can have. Gabe Kochki in the wrong part of town right now.
Wrong place, wrong time. Gale Force forward from Dario Lipa. He's looking for this kill. Gabe Kochki gets the blast code over the wall. Dario Lipa knows that Chandler Clark is there, not going too far forward now. But yeah, we do have to say, you asked for an action-packed game. These two teams said, hey, you want almost 2 kills a minute? Here you go. Have a fun.
Absolutely. And for the side of Glacial Mingos right now, there has to be an emphasis on trying to get this Syndra online to be able to be this long-range sort of, artillery ADC support mixture that we have going on. But so far, every play they've tried to make to get this bot side ahead has just been answered from the side of the
great two-man Curse of the Sad Mummy from Godheim. He's just been insane on this Amumu so far. The Ignite is burning down Gabe Kochki, but I don't know if he'll die to it. He survives with a sliver of HP, but Dope Nuker says no. Flash Rake, take him out.
Yeah, we're continuing to see the name of the game is keep Vi and Senna behind. Just continue to dominate the bot side of the map with a 5-3 Xayah on your side. It's going to be very hard for this uphill battle. Now picking up the second Drake of the game with an Ocean Soul coming onto the map. That is That is not what you want to see for the side of Glacial Mingos.
Ooh, Rally lands the E over the wall, gets the stun off to Dope Nuker, but I don't know if he actually wins that trade. But in the meantime, we also have a play going on the bot side. Two-man sleep from Tien, gets the flash Q forward. Good moonfall from Apache Helicopter means that the play is going to be a bit stunted. Godheem was looking very low, but he's still looking for the engage. Dario Lipa gets the Q over the wall, grab a little bit of vision, but Tien picks up the kill onto Godheem in the meantime with the burn down from the Lilia passive. Apache Helicopter looking for some kind of play here, but he's ended up getting deleted by Rally. In the meantime, Tien has picked up a double kill on the bottom side of the map. Somehow, this Lilia is insane on the map. Dope Nuker is looking for any kind of follow-up play, but with Gabe Kochki here, it's going to be really difficult for him to make that play. He's 2 levels down on the enemy jungler.
Yeah, this is absolutely wild. Tien just getting so much damage done. The Swirl Seeds over the wall causing so much burn, trading so much space for these individual outplays to happen. This is Rally and Tien's game for the side of Glacial Mingos, and it's going to take a lot to shut them down.
Yeah, this is one of those games in solo queue where you're playing with your duo in your bot lane, you're having a great time, you're absolutely destroying the cheesy Senna vibe pick, but then you look across the rest of the map and suddenly you see a 7-0 Lilia, a 4-1 Sylas, and speaking of Sylas, he's suddenly very much caught out of position, getting a little bit too cocky for his britches there. Shutdown gold picked up for Dope Nuker.
Yeah, and that's exactly how you shut him down, catching him on the outplays there. That's a good amount of money to get into the hands of Dope Nuker to start propelling him forward. This Conqueror we're starting to see come out more and more.
Grabs the E. A good blast plant is going to deny TJ Lanier's escape route. Bandage toss to deny the charging slam means Godheem is going to pick up that kill. TJ Lanier not allowed to do anything in this play. The constant crowd control not letting him play the game.
And the first item pickup of Hullbreaker is nothing more or less than what I would expect out of this Scion this game.
But in the meantime, Chandler Clark looking for the engage here. A good two-man sleep from Tien means he's going to be able to pick up some kind of play here, but maybe he's gone too far forward. Dario Lipa still alive on the play. Gale forces forward, looking for the kill into Tien, but he does not. The Apache Helicopter gets deleted in the meantime. Godheem now burning down, taken out. And it's going to be a positive trade for Mingos. No one dying on their side. Somehow Mingos have wrested control back into their hands of this game.
You know, if Tien was in Bambi, I think that story would have turned out a lot different. The power of this Lilia right now, just doing so much work in these team fights, burning down everybody, and able to just get out scot-free. Gabe Kochki is doing a really good job with his Q of keeping people healed up right now and really just adding sustain to it. It's quite the interesting comp, the odd marriage that's somehow working out in this regard. And now Scion's going to get some use out of the Hullbreaker in the bot lane. We love to see it.
Yeah, that extra healing on the Lilia passive, along with the extra time spent in that speed up, really allows her to be super a pseudo drain tank in these team fights, where she's able to slip in and out of these front and back lines with her movement speed, keeping herself healed off that passive, now picking up the Magi's for herself. Really looking to accelerate this game forward, but in the meantime, Rally up on the top side, gets the Moonfall onto Apache Helicopter, picks up the kill there. Dario Lipa looking for any kind of DPS over the top. Good route from Gabe Kochki means Jimbo Slice is now in trouble. Pops that E, gets a flash over the wall, is going to survive that play. But again, like we were saying, Glacial Mingos have given themselves control over this game thanks to their lead of their mid-jungle duo.
And TJ Laner falls in the bot lane to Dope Nuker in the 1v1.
You got the Hullbreaker, man. 1v1s are your thing. Now we've got Tien looking for the engage. He pops the Predator. Gets the two-man passive proc with the Curse of the Sad Mummy. He's going to keep him in place. Sleep only landing onto one, but TJ Lanier's not even in this play. Tien is unstoppable on this Lilia, absolutely dominating this game. Great follow-up from Chandler Clark means it's going to be the bot lane of Ergodum taken out.
Absolutely, and you're seeing in this team fight, Tien just expertly moving around, staying away from the feathers, staying away from the ability for him to get locked down. We will see quite an interesting here for the side away from
Apache Helicopter gets the Moonfall down onto the backside, but there's no follow-up and there's no damage coming out from him. He gets deleted on the backline, and now TJ Lanier has teleported into the fight, looking for any kind of follow-up. Good Abyssal Voyage from Jimbo Slice means he might be able to make it out. Vault Breaker charged up, gets no knock-up. The Unstoppable Onslaught is charged up, but Godheem ready to sacrifice his life for his top laner. Bandage tosses into the Unstoppable Onslaught, says, I got it! Caught it! Now he's dead.
You know what? Press F to pay respects. That's a true support right there. Got him. Taking one for the team to keep Jimbo Slice alive. We'd love to see it, but if you're the side of Ergodum, you kind of hate to see it now because Glacial Mingos is taking control of the map at this point, taking control of this Ocean Drake, and just now is propelling the game more into their favor, sitting at a 6K gold lead right now at 19 minutes in. And we're just starting to see them come more and more online. Divine Sunder done on the buy. Everybody except for TJ Laner on their mythic items. And that's what you love to see. Now we see a lot of Merc tricks coming through as well. Don't blame them for that one at all.
I feel like about 5 minutes ago, maybe less, we were just talking about, oh yeah, Ergon's got like about 1,000 gold lead. Maybe they can find a way to accelerate it, get themselves a bit farther ahead. Now suddenly, Glacial Mingos have a 6,000 gold lead in their pockets, nearing on 7, and now TJ Lanier is just looking to throw that lead away in any way possible with the split push Scion. Hullbreaker not working out in his favor. But Dragon 2 down to the bottom side means suddenly Dope Nuker gets picked up from the Scion passive, but now the Curse of the Sad Mummy coming out from Rally, a good Tahm Kench spit over the wall, but now the Chandler Clark follow-up, great use of the Vi ulti there. He does get picked up. Rally now on a rampage. Godheem just not having the CC or the damage to take out anybody in this fight. A double kill given over to Rally, and this one probably given over to Gabekoski. You know, they're looking to give it to Chandler. The Senna ulti backwards, the BM from the Glacial Mingos. They're looking to play with their food a little bit. We've got an insane gold lead in this game now, about 7,000 gold ahead. Rally looking to push this tower. Apache Helicopter's got something to say about it, though. Maybe Rally stepping up too far forward again. Gets the Kingslayer heal. Pops the Moonfall, but shutdown guild going over to Apache Helicopter. Means that there's no Baron for the Glacial Mingos, and this game's going to go on just a little bit longer.
Yeah, if I'm the side of Ergatum, the biggest thing they have to do is keep Dario Lupa alive, which is easier said than done. With all this dive coming through, especially from TN and Rally and Chandler Clark.
It's going to be able to pick up this kill. Apache Helicopter ease in, flashes out. Chandler Clark wants to flash in to pick up the kill. Dario Lipa picks up shutdown gold on his own. Oh, we just never have a chance to talk about the game.
They are definitely making this interesting, to say the least. Dario Lipa is able to do so much damage. Now sitting on 2 items, working on a third on this Xayah. She really comes alive on that third item. Something interesting that we saw in the last team fight, just an odd interaction, is if you do go into your ult at the Featherstorm from Xayah while getting ulted by the Vi, she will follow to you, will not get the knockup, but it still does not make you any safer as an ADC. So the name of the game for them is going to be try to keep everybody off Dario Lipa, allow them to get this damage in on the backline, and hopefully continue to find these fights where TJ is splitting and you can fight this 5v4. That's the hope, but thus far they haven't been able to find this angle to keep all the dive away from their ADC.
Splitting with his Prowler's Claw, Hullbreaker, Berserker Greaves, Red Smite build. Not a build I've seen before from Scion. We'll have to see how it works out for him. Whether this game is a win or a loss for the Mingos, I don't know how influential he's been. Dope Nuker now very much in trouble, using the Alcove to his advantage, but he does get spotted out. They searched all the brushes. They know he's there. Another kill picked up for TN. More stacks for that Magi's.
Yeah, I think Mobifier has a build like this for Scion. That's the only place that I can think of that this could exist at. Innovation, again, from the side of Glacial Mingos.
Meantime, as they see the mid laner from Dope Nuker picked up and they see everybody rotated mid lane, Glacial Mingos now say, alright, it's time to start the Baron. If you guys aren't going to contest it, we're just going to take it for free. Goes down to 3k, 2k. Vision now down. Apache Helicopter gets himself into the pit, but he's just going to be CC'd and deleted. A great 4-man Curse of the Sad Mummy from Gotti, but where's the team follow-up? There's nobody there. Dario Lipa forced to ulti on the backside of for himself. They do pick up the kill to Rally. Good Gale Force away. Good spit out over the wall. Jimbo Slice gets picked up. A good E slow from TN means that Dario Lipa's got nowhere to go. Flash over the wall from Gabekoski to pick up that kill. Revenge for the laning phase. And in the meantime, TJ Lanier is just split pushing on the bottom side. Dope Nuker picks him up, but now with the phase rush, he's got the Prowler's Claw. He used it earlier, and it's not really how the build works, but alright, he just get picked up by Dope Nuker in the end. Oh, it's a Glacial Mingos game, and that's all I have to say about it.
I'm without words. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, on the good side, Glacial Mingos is finding themselves able to out macro the side of Ergatum, knowing they have a stronger team fight. They do have TJ doing something in the bot side of the map. Their team, yeah, Ergatum showing mid just gives them the ability to burn it down. Lilia sitting at 11-1. 4 items, 25 stacks in the book. Just a force to be reckoned with. And now looking to go ahead and even this up, 2 Drakes to 2 Drakes. Now Ergatum has found the setup, has vision in the pit itself.
Got vision in the pit and around the area. They know what's happening. We'll see if they can make a play now that they have full information and maybe look for a 5v5. Might be a first full actual 5v5 of the game. Apache Helicopter looking for his way in, but he's a little bit too early. Good eat from Tahm Kench means he's going to survive a little bit longer. Great Moonfall onto 3, but I don't think there's enough damage. Follow up. Rally gets his Moonfall of his own, and that's 2 kills picked up. TJ Lanier looking to disrupt on the back line. Dario Lupa and Gaki a little bit distracted. Dope Nuker looking for his way into the fight, but he gets picked up by Chandler Clark. Now Tien looking to get away from Dario Lupa. That deer is fast. Dario Lupa gets into the pit with the flash, and he steals the dragon. Great feather pullback. Means that they're going to be now on soul point, but that is an ace for the Glacial Mingos, and they might be able to end the game here.
I'm gonna say that, you know, TJ Laner's ult went wide, but he said, I just need to go split. And just gets out of the fight. Beautiful play done by Dario Lipa. Respect. Respect all around. But sadly, the Prowler's Claw Scion is in the mid lane, in your base, taking your inhibs.
It's gotta feel so bad losing to that Scion build. You just have to say, but he's not building health. He's not building tank stats. Why is he so hard to kill? Those Scions just naturally that difficult to kill. Chandler Clark looking for the Vault Breaker in, but a good Tech Proto Belt for Apache Helicopter is gonna keep him safe. Ooh, a good W from Jimbo Slice is gonna land on the Chandler Clark. Actually, good pull back with the QR combo on the Tahm Kench. Apache Helicopter looks for the Moonfall in the backline. Gatekachi and TJ Lanier super low. Tien now looking for any sort of damage follow-up. A good W from Jimbo Slice is going to keep his AoE protected. A good Curse of the Sad Mummy Rally will pick up Dario Lipa in the end. Kingslayer onto the Amumu for a double kill. Now the side of Ergatum is in a bit of trouble. Dope Nuker forced to recall outside of his own base as the Glacial Amigos are still hanging out inside of it. Maybe looking to try and push for an end here. Rally gets the Kingslayer and Apache Helicopter dashing forward. A good Zonius from Tien is going to keep him alive for longer. Rally gets the Glacial Slow onto 2. Gets himself a double kill and ace for the Glacial Mingos. Now they're onto the Nexus turrets, and that's probably going to be the game.
That was quite a game. League of Legends was played. If you took away the names and put this on another stream, I'm not sure where it would land. But again, some kind of innovation from the Glacial Mingos, able to propel their jungler and mid laner ahead and really just take over the game from the side of Ergatum.
Yeah, a masterclass performance from Tien, showing us exactly how Lilia should be played. Wow, I don't know if there's much you could say about this game. It was certainly League of Legends. Probably. I don't know what game TJ Lanier was playing, but everybody else was playing League of Legends.
Absolutely. This is what we've come to expect from the Glacial Mingos style and just plat-capped Sentinel Division as a whole. It has always been a pleasure to cast with you, Brittany, and watch this all unfold.
Yeah, Glacial Mingos with that going to 6-0 in the Sentinel Division, looking like an absolute force to be reckoned with. And if they're winning with TJ Lanier doing whatever he was doing in this game, it's going to be difficult to see them losing another series outside of that. But we'll have to see, and hopefully you'll join us to watch that next time when you join us here for the Sentinel Division. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all very soon.